Welcome back to a brand new episode of NH Unscripted. I know, you're kind of feeling lucky today, aren't you? Maybe you might want to play the lottery, who knows? My name is Ray Dudley. I am the host of this show. Hang on. Thinking about what I'm going to wear today. Oh, yeah, I'll wear my blue Nehru jacket. That's what I'm going to wear. My bell-bottom pants, my platform shoes, your job. Kick back on the waterbed. Pro tip here, make sure the heater's on. Just a little pro tip. Light some incense. Hey, fire up a lava lamp or two while you're at it, because we got a great show coming up for you. We are coming to you from the YMCA-like digs of the WKXL studios here in Concord. I can smell the pool chlorine all the way over here. Beth, can you smell it?
I can smell it.
You can. I know. It's crazy. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios in Concord, 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. All right, let's get down to business. So I'm up at the Winnie, and I'm going to go see a play up there, looking around the foyer, and there's all these paintings. And so I reached out to Dr. Mark Bard about these paintings up there. And then while I was there, there's tables sitting there, and there's these women sitting at the table, and they're from a program called the Circle Program. I said, what? I never heard of you. And I'm sure if I never heard of you, it's probably a lot of other people. And they said, oh, you need to reach out to Beth Dever. She can chat. And I said, okay, well, let's do that. So in the studio today, Beth Dever, good morning.
Good morning, Ray.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how you got involved with the Circle Program, and give an overview a bit. If you want to give a URL as well, let's do that.
Absolutely. I feel blessed every day to be part of the Circle Program. I'm on my 5th year. We just finished my 5th summer camp experience, and you can find Circle Program at www.circleprogram.org. And we are a program that's been around for 33 years. We are a nonprofit for girls in the Lakes region and the Concord area. And they come to our resident summer camp, and we then pair them up with a mentor during the first year they're with us. And we hope that mentor stays with them for the entire time they're with us. And then we do monthly programs with all the girls.
Wow. Dang, that's a good summary. I know there's a lot more going on than that, but
yeah.
We'll get into that in a second. How did you get involved?
I grew up in Meredith and ended up going to UNH for Parks and Recreation. And after that, I got my first job right out of college, first at the Science Center of New Hampshire, Squam Lake, and then became the director at the Bristol Community Center, which is the Tapley Thompson Community Center in Newfound. And from there, I really wanted to work with youth for the rest of my career, and ended up going into education and personalized learning. So I ended up working for the Newfound School District, going on to help with the Department of Ed for ELOs, extended learning opportunities. And when my kids graduated, I went to Washington, D.C. to do that nationally. So,
what?
Yeah. So I really believed in individuals learn and grow their own way.
Yeah.
And so to really find the niche for each girl, each boy, each youth, and to make them grow stronger, personalize their education. Yeah. So my background was Parks and Recreation and camping, and then going into education, and moved back to New Hampshire. My parents were aging, and I realized that the city life was not for me, and really missed New Hampshire. So really fortunate. I worked with the Circle Program when I was in the school district in Newfound, and referred girls to the program, and really believed in it. And so when the executive director position opened up, I applied, and I'm very fortunate that I was able to be hired.
Yeah. So you've been there, you said 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
Did I see on the website, it's been around since 93?
1993. Camp Onaway, which is a camp on Newfound Lake, saw that Pasquani and the Groton School in Connecticut had started Mayhew program, which is the boys program on an island in Newfound.
Okay.
And they had been around for about 100 years before that.
Wow.
And they said, why? Why not girls?
Yeah, great question.
Our girls need the same opportunities. Families that can't afford to send a child to a resident summer camp, so expensive, that they wanted to make sure that the girls in the area got the same opportunity. So they opened up their camp at the end of August and brought in 22 9 to 11-year-olds for the first year in 1993 and had them stay at Camp Onaway, and they were able to really experience, what it meant to be on a camp and have camp life.
Yeah. How many acres and stuff do they have there?
Camp Onaway, I'm not sure how many
Okay.
acres. We have our own camp now.
Okay.
So when Camp Onaway realized that the first year was camp, they realized they were losing girls that year going back to school. Like, they knew that there was this connection that they really needed to keep. So the second year in 1994, they started the volunteer mentor program, and we still use a volunteer model.
Okay.
The female women come to us and sign up to be a mentor, and they donate their time, and we pair them up. We pair each girl up with a mentor. We never ask a mentor to travel more than 20 minutes from their home in the Lakes region or Concord, and they meet with their girl twice a month. And so that keeps the girl connected through school and through the year, and then they come back to summer camp the following summer. So our program grew from 9 to 11 to now 9 to 18. We want our girls to stay with us.
Yep.
And we have a 9 to 11-year-old program, 12 to 14, and 15 to 18.
Wow. So let's talk a few numbers, if you don't mind. Is it limited to how many girls can participate?
We do. We are limited. We're at 96 girls in the
at one
Lakes
time.
region. No,
Okay.
no. Our camp can. It's a small camp in Groton, New Hampshire, on Spectacle Pond. Great pond. No huge motorboats. And so we're on a granite mountain with, so our septic and our water is pretty limited. So we average about 30 girls per session. So we have 2 sessions for our 9 to 11. So we have about 55 girls in that session every year. It fluctuates year after year. And then we have 12 to 14-year-olds. So we're right now, next year, we'll have close to 40 of our 12 to 14-year-olds coming to us. And then our 15 to 18-year-olds, we average about 20 right now. It will grow. We were much smaller in number when we came out of COVID, and we've been building and rebuilding our numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not alone in that one.
Yeah.
My goodness. So do you cap it? It's so many, like in the age groups, let's say 15 to 18, can you do more than 20 something?
We can. We'll probably, most of our girls, so all of these programs are free.
Okay.
They come to us free. All of our girls, a lot of times have hardships, financial hardships, social hardships. So they wouldn't be able to afford a camp. So they come to our programs. So the camps are free, the mentorships are free, and our monthly programs are free. So we end up having we can cap it at 30 to 34 in that camp setting. And so when we then added a second session for our girls, we knew for our 9 to 11-year-olds, we realized that we'd probably cap it right around 50 to 50.
At one time, like 50?
At camp, we can do 36, but for year-round programming, it would be about 50.
Huh.
Yeah, for that age group.
Okay. I have some questions about the mentors and stuff. But so if there's a girl or a parent who wants their daughter to enroll or seek it out, how they find the information?
Yeah, we have a referral process.
Okay.
Each girl has to meet certain criteria to be able to be part of the program because it's a free program. And so they're referred to us by their elementary school guidance counselors. Might be a community outreach program. Lakes Region Mental Health also refers girls to our program. They do.
These are active referrals?
These are active referrals. We get all those. So when a parent calls us and wants their child to look into Circle, we ask them to go go to their guidance counselor.
Yeah.
We don't take teens from the guidance for referral. We want our girls really to stay with us from 9 until the 18.
Okay.
Building that real foundation is the change and the opportunities that we see our girls really moving outside themselves and really having a strong foundation.
So if there's someone 15 to 18, they could not necessarily just join?
They can't just join.
Can't.
So our 15 to 18-year-olds have been with us for 7 years, at least 7 years.
Okay.
And
wow.
So it's actually building the program. So they come to us from 9 to 11 and they come back year after year.
Wow. What's the feedback been?
They're very appreciative.
Yeah.
We had an event on Saturday and they asked an alumni to come with us, and we were sort of in tears because I hadn't seen her speech or heard her speech, and just we have some incredible stories of the alumni and what Circle program did for them. Just getting outside their comfort zone has been really important.
Yeah. Give us the URL one more time.
www.circleprogram.org.
Thank you. My friends, you are currently listening to NH Unscripted. But you know that, and I know you know that, and I know you know that. Yeah, there you go. We are coming to you from the Taj Mahal-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on those transistor radios. Beth Dever and I are chatting up the Circle program. We will be right back. Welcome back to NH Unscripted. We are coming to you today from the Dollywood-like digs of the WKXL studios here in Concord that you didn't know was here. Yeah, come by the station sometime. Find out. Yeah. See, we get our back rubs. Yeah, none of that happens here. Anyway, Beth Dever's in the house, and we are talking about the Circle program. You had mentioned, Beth, about the 15 to 18 block. Why is that important? What's happening in that age group?
Yeah, when we came out of COVID, we realized our teen numbers were down, and a lot of them weren't coming back to Circle. They had found other things to do. They were, isolated. So originally, our older girls were hiking the 4,000 footers and kayaking on Squam, and we found that really they were choosing. It was happening in August, and they were choosing to work instead of coming to Circle. And so for us, we don't want them to have to make a choice. 90% of our girls have to work for the situation that they're in. So we changed that program to June 1st. So they go for a week in June. And we realized that our girls average 1 hour a day outside of being in health and exercise. And so when we think of everybody on social media and in front of a game or in front of TV. So what we decided to do was to actually have them design their own eastward bound travel camp. And so they, as a group, research areas in the New England that they can drive to in a camp van, and they debate and they talk and they express where they might want to go. And then they vote. And then they take a year to plan that camp away from Circle Camp property. So the first year, the group decided on Lake George, New York.
Wow.
Yeah. The second year, they went to Mystic, Connecticut. Third year was York.
Jeez.
And then this year, they went to Newport, Rhode Island.
Oh, I love Rhode Island.
And our goal is that leadership really is a big part of our belief in making sure that these girls feel like they can lead their own life, but also be leaders in their community. And that takes a lot of problem solving and communication skills and critical thinking. And so coming out of COVID, everybody was isolated. We saw a lot of our campers unable to communicate, unable to self-regulate.
Really?
So we really structured our trainings, and really then at our oldest group, we wanted to see them really come together as a team. So they do the budget, they do the menu, they camp at a KOA, they find the travel route, and they search how to get to the different places they're going to. They pick all the activities. So they'll do a high ropes course. They did in Lake George, they did a float down a lazy river. They went to the farmers markets and bought their food. So they do that every year. So it's been an incredible change and incredible experience for these older teens.
Do many of them turn around and then become mentors?
Yes.
They do.
We right now have 5 of our circle girls that
Oh,
are
yes.
mentors.
Yeah.
And many of them come back and do CIT, junior counseling, and counseling for the summer while they're in college.
What is CIT?
So counselor in training.
Thank you.
So yeah. So
your mentor program.
yeah.
Do you have a way to filter? I mean, do you actually do, like, I don't want to say background checks, but
We do.
it's important. Yeah, okay.
We do.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we are always, I'll first say, always looking for women in the Lakes region and Concord area that would want to donate their time and volunteer. They do a background check. We then interview them and we talk with them over the phone. We go through what our program is all about, and we do an onboarded training program. So coming out of COVID, mental health has been and was huge issue.
Understatement.
We had 9 to 11-year-olds who had suicide ideation and had to be brought to the hospital for wanting to harm themselves. It's still a huge component of our training. We do training for all of our counselors: suicide ideation, teen anxiety, mental health certification, and it has to be a component now of all of our staff. So we also offer that same kind of training to our mentors, because the mentors are with them one-on-one and seeing the difficulty in school and throughout all of the school year. They're the ones that are hearing some of the sadness, some of the trauma, some of the crisis that some of these girls are living through. So our mentors are the heart of our program. They really are.
What do you think is if I can frame it this way, what do you think is the biggest positive of the program itself? Well, as the girls go through, say they start young and work their way up, by the time it's done, what do you think when they pop out at the end, you're the most proud of what has taken place? What kind of thing is that happening?
I can tell you 3 things that they have said to us in feedback, because we get surveys all the time and ask their questions. They have found their voice. Many of our girls say, we were quiet. We didn't know how to, build friendships. We didn't know how to talk or even be able to find out who we were. So it's finding their voice. And number 2, their friendships. So many of our girls said, the friends I have made at camp are still my friends today. And it's not from the school. It's not their neighborhood. It's actually their summer camp friend. And that's why coming back year after year, and not just coming for one summer and being gone, that actually being able to see how to be a good friend. We talk a lot about not bullying and how to be a friend and self-regulating. They come with a lot of angst and not knowing how to communicate at 9 to 11. So being able to be a good friend and communicate those triggers or those unpleasantness, or work through, you're living in a cabin with 2 adults and 7 other girls. That's a lot. It's hot.
Beth, it's more than I would take on. I'm going to tell you that right
now. And the counselors are exhausted, but it takes a lot from everybody in there. It's the first time away from home, the homesickness. So yeah, so voice and friendship, and then being able to just believe that they can go to college, or believe that the job that they want, they can get. We really have started working with college and digging deeper with college and career readiness when they're teens. We do career days during the school
year. Who are
you
people? My God.
So we try to give them a lot of skills. We give the mentors information about how to write a great essay and work with their circle girl during school year. And so it's just all the pieces to make them a whole, really pretty amazing young woman when they leave circle.
Fascinating. If you don't mind, how do I frame this? Why do you think they're having such a hard time? Is it societal? Is it because these stupid devices we have in our hands all day long? Why do they come to you with poor images, not able to communicate, and don't have friends? What do you think? What are you finding that
I think there's a number of challenges that
Yeah?
our girls have that they live with every day. Many of them are being raised by single parents.
Okay.
We have a number that are being raised by grandparents.
Seriously.
Some families are part of the court system. Substance misuse is actually a big on the rise. Has been for
Among the girls?
no, about family involvement and
yes.
being able to maneuver through challenges that a family member might be really afflicted and struggling. So these girls have a lot of weight on their shoulders. They come with pieces that they're trying to at 9 and 11 and then as teens sort of deal with, and not all our families struggle in a specific way, but there's a struggle there. And they take a lot of ownership of their family environment. And so sometimes they forget what being a kid or a child might look like.
Breaks my heart.
So I think that's, a lot. And I think the social media, being on the phone, they are coming to us so much more advanced in what they're seeing, and their brain development is not at the point of what they're seeing. And so there's a real struggle and a disconnect. So they seeing all these influences from makeup and wrinkles and what pimples look like and how devastating and then so at 9, they're having that conversation and feeling that way instead of when I was growing up, it was probably 14. And so their lives have just become more adult-centered at the 9 to 11 years old.
It's terrible.
A lot of pressure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So is this just a summer program, or are there things that happen throughout the year as well? I mean, is summer like your main focus, but then you have these other tertiary things that happen?
Yeah. So they start the program at summer camp and they move into the fall. And then we offer every month, every age group gets a monthly opportunity and activity. So every month. Okay. So our 9 to 11-year-olds might go swimming, or they might go ice skating. Our 12 to 14-year-olds might be at a private school that have offered us their climbing wall. We do career fairs. So they get to do a lot of monthly activities together. They come back together and really have opportunities that they don't get to have.
Man, wow, what a world that I know nothing about.
It's exciting.
Yeah. My friends, you are listening to NH Unscripted. And as far as COVID's concerned, we're pleading the fifth. How's that fit your pipe? 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans. Beth Dever is in the house. We are talking about the Circle program, a fascinating thing here in the state of New Hampshire. All right, half a show to go. We'll be right back. Welcome back to NH Unscripted. I know, you're all hyped, aren't you? I know, we know it. We are coming to you from the Car 54 light digs of the WKXL studios here in Concord. I'm telling you, you got to come down here, see all these things. It's happening. Beth Dever's in the house. We are talking about the Circle program, and all of its unbelievably impressive events that they hold. Let's talk a little bit. How are you funded? So you said all these things are free for the girls.
Correct.
So
they are.
Somebody's paying for that.
They are. We are a nonprofit.
Okay.
So we're 100% nonprofit in the sense that because we have no fees and charges, we fundraise every year to bring in $800,000.
$800,000.
That is our annual budget, is $800,000, and that is really what we do. It's contributions, individual contributions every year. We write grants. We have donor advised funds that support us. We don't take any state or federal funds, so our grants are all foundation based. And then we do have an endowment. So when when Onaway looked at Pasquani's the way they did with Mayhew, Onaway said, let's start a nonprofit, have a board of directors and trustees. And so Circle is run by a board of directors. And they wanted to make sure when they found our property on Speck Pond, they looked across the state to find their own camp so they didn't have to keep borrowing people's camps, other organizations' camps. And so they found one right close to Newfound, which is right in their backyard in Groton. And they started a capital campaign to build. They bought a 19-acre property, built the camp. But before they did any construction, they said, we must have an endowment fund. We want to make sure that this program is able to sustain itself over the years. So they made sure they had $400,000 in their endowment fund before they finished the capital campaign, the build and opened camp. God. So they ended up being about $400,000 short, and they said, we're going to wait and build the lodge in a year and continue raising funds instead of taking anything out of the endowment. And so they didn't take a loan. They kept moving forward and raising funds, and they were able to complete the big lodge that we have on property.
Lodge.
It's a huge lodge. We have 7 cabins. We have an infirmary. We have a dining hall. We have a lodge that has a stage and art and STEM and a library. And then we have our director cabin and a Felder staff cabin. And then we have a wonderful waterfront and a boating waterfront. So, but we do raise, so our endowment is one other area. So we receive right around 4% each year to help with operational. And our endowment right now is $1.8 million. So we are, 2.8 million.
Okay.
So,
well, I wouldn't have called you.
We received an incredible $1 million gift last year for our endowment. And so,
can you name who it was?
It was the TOSA Foundation.
Yeah,
and they have been supporters for a while, and they really believe in our program, and they believe in giving back. And so it was an incredible surprise, an incredible gift. And so we are this year at 2.8.
My goodness. Where are you advertising? Because until I saw it up at the Winnie, I had no idea you existed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. Maybe that's
we are trying really hard. No, we're trying really hard to get out there. I'm sorry to
say that.
So, no, I'm glad you said it. I'm so appreciative that you asked me in today, because I think that's really key for us, is that we do festivals. We try to go out to the Lakes region. We have house parties in the sense of like meet and greets to let neighbors know about us. But that's our big thing, is that we really have to push our name and explain really what we're doing better, and let people know, whatever, $25 goes a huge way. That helps with a snack. We do a daily snack. We have all our meals. So anything anybody can donate absolutely keeps our doors open and keeps our girls coming. So,
are there things you will not accept? When you say people donate,
we did. So
you have a criteria of things that are important to you, and things that please don't send these in.
Oh yeah, so
don't give us your old iPhone.
Yeah, so we do a clothing drive. We have a boutique in the summer where kids get to pretend they're at a store and be able to have they get
cute.
free clothes, and we have a super support from New Hampton Private School, Holderness Private School, MPSU, that they donate clothes that the college students and high school students have left. And so we set up at this boutique, and it makes them think they're going into a store, and the girls get to take 10 items home with them. And then, of course, any kind of donation for financial donation is that every dollar counts. So, but people have donated kayaks for the camp. They've donated space for us to run our program. We have people that donate their time and come for evening program or offer a program during the school year if they have a specialty. So for like archery, we have someone that comes in and donates archery for us. We have another person that comes and does art therapy for the girls on Sundays. So we really, our program really is run by so many community partners.
So if someone's going to want to volunteer, what kind of a commitment would that be?
So as a mentor commitment, for the 9 to 14-year-olds, it's twice a month. So they are saying we'll commit to meeting our girl twice a month. They decide what they want to do. We offer them one monthly program that they don't have to think about. They bring their girl to our monthly program, and we move our programs all around the Lakes region and Concord. So it's not always having to go all the way to Plymouth or all the way down to Concord. So we try to go to Laconia, Plymouth, Northfield, Franklin, Concord. We have all different programs each month so that they don't have to always drive far away for a program.
Are they pretty much educational programs?
They're fun. They're fun and
Yeah.
educational. It's
Yeah.
a combination. So we've got Loon Mountain has offered us a free day of skiing.
Take it.
So we bring our mentor. We bring our mentors up. They do free rentals for our girls.
Oh,
So those are the kind of things that we really try to find. We ice skate at PSU. We've done the swimming down here at a pool here in Concord. We've done the farm at Moulton's Farm. We've done the corn maze, and they get to take home pumpkins. So there's always those kind of things, apple picking. And then we do our college and career readiness program. So we'll have a career fair. We'll do interviews. We'll go to college visits.
Man.
So we'll do educational and then fun. And we believe in fun. We believe in pulling them together and giving them different activities that they might not do.
What is the biggest need at this time, besides maybe money? Well, let's talk about money too. How do people donate? And then what are you in most need of at this point besides money? Yeah,
so definitely operational money.
Yeah.
So there's a way of donating, whether it's restricted or endowment.
On the website?
Yeah, it's a donate button on www.circleprogram.org. And so, we keep saying that we love endowment donations and they're really key. And we also love restricted because we had incredible donors donate money for our first van. We used to have to rent vans. Our girls don't have a lot of transportation. Many of them don't. So we go pick them up to come to camp, or we go pick them up for our monthly programs. So this year we now have, it's called the Claire-mobile. And we had 2 donors plus a grant that paid for our first automobile. So we have a 12-passenger van. So things like that. We recommend calling the office. Every year there's something else. Like last year we needed 6 more paddle boards. This year we're looking for a whole archery setup. Our instructor has to bring all of her stuff. Wouldn't it be great that we had our archery equipment with at our property? So each year we find different things. We had the Door Foundation gave us a grant to do interpretive trails. We have 4 nature trails on our property, and one is now going to be an interpretive trail where they go and they have a sign and they learn about birds, and then they get to do an activity through the sign. And so we have that. Plus we're building a 3-sided lean-to, a remote camp on top of our little mountain, so that the girls can learn how to camp out, not in a cabin, but camp out and get ready out and get ready to do the tenting when they're 15 to 18. So each year different projects bubble up. We're not in the middle of a capital campaign right now. Down the line, we want to do an air pavilion, a pretty big size pavilion, so we can be out of the rain and still be outside. And then would love to have a year-round cabin on our property where we could then do winter programming on our site. Our site is closed down for the winter, which is sad that it's not used year-round. But we could then bring our staff and our kids and our mentors and do snowshoeing, ice fishing on the pond, and things like that. So that's down the line. That's something that we're now working on and getting engineered plans for.
Are you looking? Oh, I'm going to hang on to that question, and we'll do it when we come back.
Sounds great.
My friends, you are listening to NH Unscripted. Have I told you lately how much we appreciate you all? Yeah, we do. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans, 101.9 FM for those beautiful, beautiful souls in Manchester. Beth Dever and I are chatting up Circle program. We will be right back. 1 block to go. Welcome back to NH Unscripted. We are coming to you from the Rowan and Martin's Laughing Like Pigs of the WKXL studios in Concord. That's for all you old folks. Yeah, you know who you are. I know. Beth Dever's in the house. We were talking about the Circle program. It's based in Plymouth, right?
The office is in Plymouth and the camp is in Groton.
Okay.
Yep.
You had mentioned that you have activities that go on, like archery and cooking. And are there people who are experts in those fields who come in and help teach that? Or are you just looking for volunteers who can pull a bow and arrow?
No, we have both. Our counselors run programs, of course, in summer camp, but we always are open and look for people that know. So our archery instructor does it for Girl Scouts, and so she does all the archery program, and she comes in, and so Girl Scouts comes and borrows the camp when we're closed. So they do their jamboree in the spring, and then they do their day camp in the summer for when we close down. So we have a really incredible partnership, and so many of our volunteers that come in and do real specific programming like archery, like outdoor cooking, they have that background. That's what we're looking for.
Good.
And then we have a collaboration with either the organization or the business or the individual.
Like Loon, do they provide lessons for them to
They
speak?
have half off for lessons, free rentals, and free tickets. So those are the things that help also keep our doors open, that cost then is doable.
Mm-hmm.
So
who else? Obviously, you don't do this by yourself. Are there other people around you? I mean, there's a lot going on up there.
We have incredible staff.
Yeah?
We do. So we have a full-time director of programs and camps, an assistant director of programs and camps, and then we have a development and communication manager. So we have 4 full-time staff, and I'm the 4th. And then we have 2 part-time individuals, one that helps mentor and do the coordination of the mentorship with the director. And then we have a program specialist that she really is the one that calls all the parents, calls all the kids, keeps making sure that all of the forms are out and we have a lot of documentation that has to be done. And then we have our part-time office manager and our part-time camp maintenance man. And Mike that position is extremely important.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah.
The facility itself, have you guys thought about renting it out to raise funds as well?
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of open time. That's because
But you own
we own but being that's not heated. So when we think of what we can use it for, we take all spring opening up and doing projects. We're then there from June 1st until the middle of August. Mm-hmm. So, Girl Scouts was actually one of the ones that we opened up after COVID. They didn't open their camp that they always went to, and they were looking at other places. Girl Scouts and Circle, great combination, collaboration. So we were able to offer them a week in August. Oh, nice. And then we have...
do they collaborate with you?
They so their instructor for archery became our volunteer instructor. And just being able to have girls from Girl Scouts use our camp is just a super opportunity for all girls in the area.
No kidding.
So, and then we are always interested that if there were other organizations, other individuals that wanted to use a camp, we absolutely would work with them. By Columbus Day, we're shutting off the water. We have to drain all of our cabins and do all of that.
Poor Mike.
Yeah, poor Mike. He's a hard worker, that one.
So where's the future? What's happening here? At some point you must sit around and go, okay, we can grow here or we can cut here. Where's the future for the program?
So we've got our numbers back up. So we're still growing. We're at 96 and we still will be taking a few more individuals. We'll be about 100. Our big future is that we received an American Camping Association grant this past year.
What does that mean?
Which is $50,000 this year for planning character education. We were, it was a national grant, and so we were 1 out of 75 that received it. And so we've been this year planning around gratitude, leadership, and self-regulation. And those 3 character values are going to sort of drive our program and our curriculum. And so we always end our day with a gratitude circle and a stone, and each girl gets a stone and they tell us what they're grateful for the day. We want to be more intentional because a lot of times it's like, my best friend. And so we want to make sure that they understand that living in adversity, sometimes you forget that there are pieces that you could be grateful for. And how do that carry over in your life?
Yeah.
Look at the glass that's half full instead of empty. So we're in the middle of that. We're pretty excited. And then we'll be writing a second grant for implementing the curriculum that we've been writing around that. So that's pretty exciting stuff. And the other piece is that really we changed all of our teens now are at the beginning of summer camp because they then are done by July 4th and can work. And because they have to work. And so they're not having to choose between camp and work, like I mentioned earlier. So our younger girls come in at the end of July and August, while our older girls are done by June and in July. So that has been a huge plus for keeping our girls intrigued and coming back. So it's about really looking at voice, choice, and value and keeping them. That's our goal, is keeping them connected and raising our numbers for our 15 to 18-year-olds that have been with us for a long period of time.
All right, another difficult question. So you get a lot of girls who probably come from broken environments. When you put them all together, it can be kind of explosive.
It can be, yeah.
What safeguards do you have built in there?
Great question. So we changed our training around, really about self-regulation and talking to one another and triggering. So some of the things we added this year is we have a rocking chair circle. And so when they are really difficult communications and really mad and really upset, we have them sit in the rocking chair circle where you can rock and talk about things and talk things out. We also always have a space for our staff to have staff time off or break rooms. We added a break room for our girls this year. So it's decorated with a big teddy bear. There's earphones with music. It's sort of low lighting. We have fidget toys. And so when we're teaching them to say, listen, instead of losing it and feeling like you're not in control, let us know that you might need a break. It's really active at camp. It's really a lot of times so overstimulating. And so if they need a quiet space, our infirmary staff helps them sort of just take 15 minutes. Let's do a quiet space. We even added it into our vans for our 15 to 18-year-olds.
You did?
So we have this little quiet space in the van that if they are overwhelmed by living with people, in a tent. And so when the van is sort of parked there, they have this fidget area and we can still see them, but it makes it, we normalize it.
Yeah.
We normalize it for all of us. Our staff can have it. Our kids can have it. We have these large posters that are color posters that are giant posters. And so if they need a break, they just sort of wave their hand and get up and go to the wall of that room and just sort of color a bit and then be able to come back and sit and back into the art project or the STEM project so that they can start talking about how they can help themselves. That's our key, is that they have to figure out how to help themselves regulate their emotions. We all do. I wish I had that. I really wish I had that when I was younger.
Yeah. So, is it successful that way?
It's been very successful. Very successful. It's still a work in progress.
How you overcome it. Yeah.
So but I think that's why the model coming back, like that you get to practice it year after year. It's not just one grand gesture of one summer camp. It's literally
that's a very
building
so it's layered
and building and building your skills. We layer and scaffold the training every year. So from 9 to 11, we have different activities for 12 to 14 and different activities for 15 to 18. And they're being taught at different levels, like education.
You keep them segmented?
And they do. Camps are segregated by age and programming is too.
Wow. Give us the URL again, Beth.
www.circleprogram.org.
And people can donate there.
And they can hit the donate button.
Any amount of money?
Everything, every penny helps.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
What are you needing right now? So what's hot on the list for things that...
Archery stuff.
Right.
We are going into our winter months, and so we'll always be looking for winter clothes.
You take clothing?
Yeah, we do take clothing. So we take winter.
Besides the boutique, I mean, you do.
Yep. So winter we do the, the coats, the hats, the pants. We always are looking for gift cards for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners. Our families, we offer.
To restaurants, you mean, or just a gift
cards to Walmart, Market Basket, Hannaford. And so that way they can get a turkey, they they can get food. So we give them gift baskets, our families that definitely need Thanksgiving meals and things.
Can they come to you any time of the year? Let's say it's not summertime?
Oh, yes, absolutely. All year. Yes, we accept it all year.
All right. Well, we know by that sound. Yeah, we got to call a halt right there. My friends, you have been listening to NH Unscripted. We are coming to you from the spa-like conditions of the WKXL studios here in Concord. So I get all my back rubs. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on those transistor radios. 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. Beth Dever, Circle Program, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ray, so much for having me today and hearing about Circle Program.
Oh, good luck, everyone out there. I'm telling you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. All right, see you on the next one.